Come on in. Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Katie O'Neill and I am so excited about today's video. Today we're going to be looking at a 2024 Renegade Valencia 36 SB. Now this is a fantastic coach. If you're looking for something that is small and nimble and easy to drive with a ton of sleeping space, this is the coach for you. As usual, we're going to start our video from the inside out. So Nick, please go ahead and take her on back. Now you'll note today I have got the slide closed. And the reason I'm starting here is because this is one of the best attributes of the Renegade Valencia. With our slide closed, you have complete access to your restroom, to your kitchen, to your couch, to your refrigerator, to your washer and dryer. Everything that you could possibly want to access is so easy to get to. And we're going to go ahead and use our remote app to be able to open this rear slide first. So I'm going to go ahead and hit extend here. And you'll notice on this app, so what I'm doing is I'm just holding this little extend button down. So I'm able to control this slide from my phone. Now where this is so convenient is if I am in the middle of the forest, for instance, and I'm trying to get to a position where I've got all of my slides extended, there's maybe some trees outside, I can actually open and close my slides with this app without having to be inside of the coach. And I also don't need to have a guide outside. So maybe the kids are sleeping, maybe my wife's making dinner, whatever it is. If I am, parking at the campsite and there's a big tree in the way, I can actually go outside and see where I'm extending. Now, of course, we're not going to have to worry about that today. So I'll go ahead and extend this front slide while we're doing this walk through the bedroom. Now, first and foremost, this is a really nice king bed. So this is going to be one of the best attributes of our Valencia product. This Irelex mattress is really, really, really comfortable. This is the mattress that you see, and this is very much one of those memory foam mattresses with a cooling topper, so it's very comfortable. And this is 72 by 74, so as you can see, a lot of room here. You've also got great cross ventilation. We've got windows on either side here, and then we've got this beautiful shaker style cabinetry up top. And what's really important to point out about this is if you have been in the market for a coach like this by any other manufacturer, it's really important to understand that the handle of these cabinets is so solid. This is such a great level of construction that you have standard with the Renegade product. And a lot of times, when you're out there looking at things, it's hard to understand why you might choose one product over the other. First and foremost, look at this beautiful flooring. So this is a laminate tile. This is going to be, a synthetic wood flooring. So if you drop something on here, you're not going to have to worry about it cracking or breaking. That's a great feature. You also have a ton of drawer storage here. So as you can see, lots and lots of space to store things. Everything is going to be soft closed. You've got a set of 3 drawers here, another set of 4 drawers here. You have these huge wardrobes in the back. And again, this is a 36 SB, so this is a really, really short floor plan. So for anybody who's out there in the world trying to pull a trailer, or maybe just wants to be able to get into some of those national parks and fit into smaller spaces, this coach is not only exceedingly easy to drive, it's also very roomy while being compact. Now you'll note for 2024, we did delete the standard Blu-ray player. So if you like a Blu-ray, you're gonna have to spend that $89 yourself and get one at Walmart. We do, of course, have our Insignia TV above. And then another nice feature that we fail to mention a lot of times because we're so used to having them is we have both day and night shades. And as you can see, I love the way they do this day shade or this night shade in a nice oatmeal color. It gives the coach a little bit of a warmer feel to it, even when the shades are closed. They're not black. Of course, when you've got black shades, they really kind of pop out. And then you'll notice over here, we have these little switches for your lights, for your floor accents, for your bath, for your ceiling, for your reading lights. So you have light switches throughout the coach, but again, you can use this lap control here to control all of your lighting, and then you'll also have a lighting control over here. So Nick, go ahead and pop around this corner. So I'm going to kind of go through this control panel. So everything that you need to control on this control panel is also here on this app. So you've got duality. So here we've got the house feature. This is where you would go turning on all of your lights, looking at all your gray, black tank, and then your LP. And then you can also see your battery charge. Now this coach does have the optional lithium ion battery pack to it. So this has got lithium ion battery packs. It's also got 3 solar panels. This is a very nicely equipped coach. Here in the center bath, we've got a really large medicine cabinet. As you can see, again, adjustable shelves, but all nice solid wood, very hefty. Look at how thick that cabinet is. And this is real maple. So this is Amish craftsmanship. These coaches are manufactured in Elkhart, Indiana. Here you're going to have 3 drawers in the center bath. Now what's interesting about this coach is this coach actually has the benefit of having multiple rooms throughout the coach. So as you'll see right now, Nick, go ahead and pull that camera up. I'm going to close the door on you. Nick is here in the center bath. Uh-oh, gotta pop this little tab off the back. Nick is here in the center bath, so I can close Nick in here. When Nick is closed in here, I can close this door here and close that door here. So I could have a nice place to get dressed and get ready to go while somebody was actually taking a shower. I could also have a nice place to get ready to go while I've got this door closed and I've got access so that if I've got company over, nobody's looking into the rear of the coach. And then the other thing that I really like about this coach is the placement of the washer and dryer. So what's nice about this is if I'm going down the road and doing my laundry and my rear slide is closed, I can go ahead, well of course it's closed, I'm driving, but I would be able to fold all of my laundry and put it down on top of the bed while I'm going down the road, get all that laundry done in between this trip and the next. And Nick, if you want to pop out real quick, I'm going to show that new shower enclosure that we have in 2024. So just a really nice upgrade. It's a nice bright white. It's got kind of a mottled texture to the walls. Also, you've got a soap dish on that sliding bar. This is, of course, where you would put your adjustable head for your shower head as well. And this is winterized, so we always keep that down just so that we'll know that we need to unwinterize this coach because that would be kind of a really unpleasant way to take a shower. But as you can see, tons of room here, a big skylight up above, and then we've got our fantastic fan with our rain sensor. And then another nice feature here is you'll notice that we have our flush controls for both eco and normal. And why do I point this out? Because as you'll note, this means that there is no pump on the floor. This is a porcelain San Marin toilet, very nice stool room here with a porcelain potty as opposed to a plastic one. And then lots and lots of knee room here. So if you're a big dude and you want a big office, this is a big office for you. Okay, so what makes this different than a 36 VSB, which is a Verona? The 36 SB, the Valencia package, is going to have a propane-based stove, and heating system. So keep in mind, both of the coaches, whether you're looking at a Renegade Verona or you're looking at the Renegade Valencia, both of these coaches are going to have a very nice system in terms of heat. But the Valencia is going to have a propane-based stove with 3 burners. It's still going to have that convection and microwave oven up top. As this, you could say, this is a great way to keep that rattle from happening when you're going down the road. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but there's little rubber stoppers here. But this tends to rattle a lot, so you just stick that pillow in there. Or I actually use my dish towels. But as you can see, so nice cooking area here, propane-based as opposed to all electric. The other thing that is propane-based is going to be your Truma system. So your hot water is tankless, but it is running on a propane tank. So it's very important that you can make that differentiation from hydronic heat, which is going to be a boiler system that runs off of your diesel tanks, versus the propane-based system. So for those of you that are boondocking, a lot of people really like this propane system. If that's you, this is a great coach for you, and the price point is also a little more budget friendly. Still tons of room up here for your coffee maker and your toaster oven. As you can imagine, storage going down the road is so nice. And then I love this setup here. Really nice to have all of this room. These are adjustable shelves, so no matter how tall or big your items are, very easy to use. And then down here you can see, just by looking at the diagram that they have here for the control panel, the 800 number. Of course, this is the Polaris exterior, which is an all gray. But all of your, breakers, all of your fuses are very well labeled, easy to see. Again, manufacturing quality of this coach out of Elkhart, Indiana is fantastic. Another thing that Renegade does that I think is really nice is they make these really easy to see latches. So I know that this refrigerator is closed. Now I know that it's open. This is an 18 cubic foot refrigerator. You've got all of your temperature controls up here on the top. Again, a little bit of winterization fluid in there. Don't eat the blue ice cubes. They actually, just so you know, when we winterize coaches, we don't use any kind of toxic substance. It just tastes bitter. But we would flush this out for you upon delivery, because the last time we made a video of this coach, it was really cold. It was winter time. Of course, our camping season is just kicking off. We are no longer winterizing our coaches. This coach only has one of these ottomans. They're really not that expensive. I'll tell you, I would want two. I think that they're so fantastic. You can keep all of your blankets, your remote controls in them. They just make it really nice. So if you are reclining over here on this couch, this is the full trifold couch. So if you're reclining out here, of course, this is just a great place to kick back. Another thing that we've done with our enhanced furniture for this year is we put cup holders in the armrests here. So this is also not just nice during the day when you're sitting back maybe watching a movie because it's raining outside and you can't be outside hiking, but also nice at night so you can keep a water bottle there. Now you'll notice in this dinette, one of the things that Renegade does so well is these really roomy dinettes. So this is a convertible dinette, so this can actually sleep probably somebody who's about 5 feet tall maximum, maybe even 4.5, so someone who's little, but this just drops all the way down. Another enhancement that you have for 2024 is the fact that we have our cup holders here, and then a nice little place down below to slide in our phones, a USB, a Type-C, and 2 110 outlets. So everybody can get charged while they're going down the road. We did open these windows today. As you can see, really beautiful setup here. They pop open very, very large. The break in them is a little bit higher up, so it's not in your line of sight. And then also you can see you could leave these open if it was raining and not have any kind of moisture coming into the coach. So convertible booth dinette, plenty of room for a lot of people. If you had two here, and you slid this ottoman over here into the middle, as you can see, you could very easily seat 5 people there. Now, I am gonna show you this, this couch because I spent a good portion of my daughter's COVID experience on the road in my 36 VSB. That was the first Renegade that I owned. That coach was really, really comfortable. And honestly, I think I would still have it if it had had bunk over cab. It did not. So as you can imagine, having this bunk over cab space up here is just a great place to be able to keep duffel bags, things along those lines. We just didn't have any storage. We had an aero cab on ours. But with this couch here, this is actually a really comfortable way to be able to sleep your company. So it's very easy to use. Just pops right out like so. Slide it into position. This is a good opportunity to see those 3 seat belts that you have underneath in the back. So you can see those all laid out. And then when we pop this bad boy down, tons and tons of room here. This is a really big sleeping situation. It's also, out of all of the trifolds, probably the most comfortable. It's very, very cushiony. I had a great couch in my VSB. It was a 2020. This, of course, 4 years later, has an even better furniture set. But as I mentioned, really nice to have these cup holders right here. And then also a place to charge your phone. You can keep that there so you've got your little built-in alarm clock. Or, I don't know, kids are always listening to iTunes and stuff like that. Or, no, I'm sorry. Kids do not listen to iTunes. They listen to Spotify, Mom. iTunes is like 2010. Oh my God. But anyway, so super comfortable sleeping area. Lots of room once again for company if you happen to have people over. If you don't have to tell them that it's there. You cannot tell that this is a convertible couch. It is so puffy and cushy and comfortable. Very easy to assemble and unassemble as well. Yeah, there we go. And then up above, lots of storage. This is one of the cushions for that little drop-down table. Of course, there's another cushion that you would use there as well. And then again, same great opening windows. And as you can see, lots of ventilation. That window opens, these both open, and then this window opens as well. So if you want that fresh air throughout the cabin, you can have that. Now back here to this kitchen area, as I mentioned earlier, we're using the app to do a lot of things today. This is the Firefly app. This is Mira. There's 2 different versions of this app, but it's very easy to download onto your phone, and you can set your passcode so other people can't log into your coach and control your coach. I would encourage you to do that because we use the same passcode for all of them. Now another nice change, I love our stainless steel undermount sink here. Got spray and pour feature both, so easy to keep that sink area clean. And then one of the things that Renegade also does better than anybody else, look at how much room I have for my trash can. So we actually have a silver one for inside, a black one for outside, and a blue one for recycling, and we just stack them all on top of each other and put them under the sink. This is a great amount of trash can space. My Newmar Super C has the tiniest trash can ever known to man. This is another great benefit of this Valencia. Tons of drawer space here, and look at all of this extra space down below. If you have anything large that you're trying to stow in a vehicle like this, you know how hard it is to find that great big space. So much room there. And then also all of these full extension drawers are again all going to be soft close maple fronts. This is look at how thick this maple is. I mean, again, these drawers are so durable, so high construction. The one thing that would be a problem with this coach is if you want to wear it out, you're going to have a long time to be able to go through the paces on this coach. This coach is going to stand the test of time. Now, this bunk area, like I mentioned earlier, just fantastic. There's a USB Type-C port up here, as well as a regular 2 110 outlets, and then a nice pocket to keep everything in. I know that sounds silly, but when you're in a bunk area, if you've got your phone plugged into the wall and there's not a recess for it and it becomes unplugged, what ends up happening, you're not charged for the next day and you can't do Instagram. Oh, what are we gonna do? Sorry. When you have a 16 and a 20-year-old kid, like, you know how important it is to document the camping trip with the Insta pictures. Now, of course, the pictures these kids take, they're not your typical, like, everyone say cheese. They're like of a squirrel or like a piece of bark, but still, nonetheless, got to have that phone charged, keep the kids engaged. All of your controls, for instance, this screen that's closed up here are, again, on your phone, or they're right here on the wall. So what's so nice about this is throughout this coach, if you don't have your phone with you, you can go ahead and use the touchpad that's in the center of the coach. You could use your phone, or you can use the switches that are all along the coach. Of course, the reason that that's important, connectivity and ability to operate your coach has come so far in terms of, we used to have like little black toggle switches. You'd have to go from room to room to room to turn off all the lights. So just being able to do this simple, where you could just shut everything down, hit lock, head out to, catch your, first chair if you're out there, skiing, or if you're going to go fishing and you want to get out nice and early. Just nice to be able to close up shop pretty fast and get on the road. Now you'll note that down here we have this nice solid surface. This is a really durable surface. If you wanted to keep bins in here instead of humans, this is a great place for storage, and you could have a lot of storage because this comes all the way out. So 48 inches deep of sleeping area, or if you're somebody who's into clay shooting, fishing, whatever it might be, tons of extra storage up here. Now this is where it gets exciting. So this is the new S2RV chassis. Now you'll see beautiful dark laid wood interior. So big upgrade to the interior finish of the coach. The pockets have been enhanced. These are felt lined at the bottom, so they are going to be soft. They're not going to rattle going down the road, but you can fit so many sunglasses up here. And then of course you have still missing the mirror to put your lip gloss on, which is kind of unfortunate, but you can't get everything all at once. We've got a new LED dash here in the center. Oh, stop beeping at me. So the equalizer leveling system is now on the center. That is a change because, as you can see, they've reconfigured the entire dash. But again, here's your new smart dash here. This has got steering wheel controls now, which is all new for us. You can pick up, hang up your phone, change your radio stations, turn up your volume, all of these things here on your dash. So this is a really nice new feature. As you can see, digital speed control. Speedometers are still very similar. It's got a nice cover to it. Just a really nice upgrade to it. But most importantly, we've gone to a stock control system. So your engine brake is here. And then you go from neutral to drive to reverse right here on the stock. So there's no more Allison interface, which is also handy. Still power mirrors that are heated. You also have power windows and then automatic locking and unlocking. And then in terms of your adjustability, depending on how vertically challenged you are, you can get that steering wheel as close or far away as necessary. So nice upgrade to this chassis. Again, this is the new S2RV Plus chassis. And then these chairs, if you look at them, are so comfortable. These do swivel. They are air ride. Very, very comfortable. Armrests on both sides. They're nice adjustable armrests. You just twist this little dial here so you can get them to the right height for you. But overall, just a great execution of a new cabin. We still have our very nice curtain liner that goes all the way through this track. So you've got two of them, they meet in the middle. So if you want to have somebody spending the night, you can have that blackout effect in your area. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this outside. One of the things that I think we fail to talk about oftentimes, oh shoot, before we get outside, TVs. You've got a 40-inch, you've got a 24-inch, you have another 40-inch in the bedroom, and then this sound bar is so nice. I love the sound bar, and this TV does release from the wall. So you can pull this out so you can have better viewing regardless of wherever anyone's sitting inside of the cabin. I'm gonna go ahead and put that back in so I don't forget when we start driving down the road. Okay, so so one of the things that I think we don't talk about enough in this product is really the amount of storage that's underneath on the outside. So today we're going to take a look at some of the benefits of storage. First and foremost, here's that vent for your AquaGo system here. I will open this just quickly. Important thing to note about this is your power is either on or it's on, and then off is in the middle. It's not down. So we get people who get that one kind of wrong sometimes. Of course, again, that Truma system is going to give you tankless hot water, but it is going to require propane. So storage, again, underneath the steps of the Valencia and the Verona. This is a great thing. I know it's underrated, but listen, if you've got some tennies or some flip-flops that are kind of sandy and you want to take your shoes off before you go inside and you want to have slippers sitting right at the door, that's a great place to keep your stuff. Nice little screen door here. As you can see, we've gone to a system where when you close it, there's a magnet that tells the step to go ahead and close the door. You can lock it and then close this. Have that fresh air once again going into the coach. And then here, just a nice place to be able to keep your, we use an Outlander fire pit. There's a lot of different versions of them, but these propane fire pits, first of all, don't smell bad. But secondly, there's so many fire burns in Colorado right now that it's really hard to have a bonfire sometimes. So if you have a fire pit, it's much better than having to find out that you have a fire ban and you can't have a bonfire while you're camping. But take a look at this storage. This is just so impressive on a Super C. Now, of course, the S2RV is powered by a 6.7 liter ISB. So that Cummins engine has a drivetrain going through the middle. So in order for them to really get good use of space, they have to be very crafty. But by not having a wall between these two doors, you can really have some long storage. So if you've got paddle boards or fishing rods or firing arms, whatever it might be that you want to store underneath your coach, just having that extra room is so nice. And again, they just do such a good job with giving you as much space as you could possibly want. Great place for you to be able to keep your bins. And then back here, of course, is your propane. And what's so nice about this is you've got a quick connect coming out of this bay on the bottom right-hand corner. So if you do have a fire pit and you want to run that line out so that it's sitting underneath your awning or your shade. Oh, speaking of which, let's go ahead and get this going. I'll show these awnings today. Okay. Here we go. So again, I'm going to use my app. I'm going to go to my awning. Oh, it says it's locked. Do I have the key in the ignition? I have the key locked. I'll unlock it before we close this video out. But so you can get your fire pit going right here. You've got a 16-foot awning, and you can see inside of this awning, there's these little LED lights, which creates a really nice living room effect for you. And then right down below that vent, you can see where the television is. So again, another nice sound bar. This is a great coach. I don't know if you ever consider taking your RV to a parking lot and having a tailgate party before a concert, but we did that for the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Super fun. We put on some videos and, you know, just hung out, barbecued before the show. It was really a great time. Now here in the back, you'll see we have a 12,000 pound towing capacity on this coach. Our 7-pin connector is already right there. The trailer brake is no longer optional. It's just a standard feature. But one of the things that Renegade does that's so smart is they create a bottom bumper that is separate from this fiberglass plate in the back. So if you do have a little bit of an oopsie, you have a removable plate which will allow you to do a smaller repair as opposed to the entire back end of the RV. And then again, just back to storage. This is going to be a 36-foot power reel, and the cord is on a power reel. This just makes for really nice ability to put things away when you're camping. So I don't know if you've ever tried wrapping up a power reel to show a coach or go on a test drive in the winter time, but you do it once or twice and you'll learn to really appreciate not only how much easier this is to stow, but also how much room you don't have to use when you're not having to roll it up in this compartment. It does come standard with a downsizer from 50 amp to 30, and then this is where you would put that cord out. You just want to make sure that if you have any of these grommets removed, put them back in place, make sure they're taut, they're keeping the moisture out of your coach. And then I actually had someone in Lyman. We left Colorado. We were, getting towards, we're going to Indiana, and they said, "Dude, your cord's dragging." So I gave it a haircut. It was a little bit smaller than it used to be. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing that. We didn't have to replace ours, but of course, not closing that could be a costly problem. Now here's your 8 kilowatt quiet diesel generator. Now keep in mind, you can start this generator from not only inside, also here from outside, and then again also from your app. So you can go right here, and I won't fire it up because it'll be noisy, but to your power source, and actually you can ignite your generator from your app. So you just push that little start button. Now, of course, why is this handy? Well, maybe you want to do your laundry when you're going down the road. Maybe you want to microwave a burrito. Anything that you might need to have power for, you can go ahead and do that with your app. Let's see if I'm still locked out. Confirm. Awning controls, slide controls. Yep, everything's locked. I got to get that key out of the ignition. Let me do that real quick. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to go ahead and do front slide retract. As you can see, super quick, easy to put away. This is a great way to be able to deploy your awnings to retract your slides, retract your slides while you're camping, so that you can go ahead and get up and on the road. And of course, it just makes it all that much easier to access your water bay here. Now, please keep in mind, we're now using a sea level monitoring system. So sea level is going to be much more accurate. When I had my Renegade Verona, it was like, if it was full, it was more than 66%, but it never said more than 66%. So people started implementing sea level. Renegade listens to what their clients like. They went ahead and started implementing that into their coaches as standard manufacturing. Also, we've got a whole house water filter, which goes right there. As you can see, this is not painted on here. This is all water etched into the metal here, so this will never go away. But a very nice, tidy, easy to operate bay. As you can see, your coil hose here for outside will allow you to spray down your paddle boards or your surfboards, whatever it is you might be doing. And then your black and gray water tanks are also going to have 110 volt heat pads on them. This coach has 150 gallons of fresh water. 75 gallons of gray water, and 75 gallons of black water. So pretty impressive tank capacity throughout. And then just a little more storage here, and then batteries here in the front. Again, this does have the upgraded lithium battery pack. Something I want to make mention of, because I think it's really important, is I love this step. So this is a nice black metal, grippy, durable step. I have grip tape on my Superstar. I would prefer to have this. This is a great add. Another thing we should talk about, so first of all, getting into this cab, there's a ton of anchor points to make it really easy to access and get up into this cab. But if you're a couple that has, or a guy or a gal that has a big dog, not having to go in and out of the front of a Class A by that chair and having a mid-entrance is actually a really good benefit. I had never thought about that before. And when I had a client that bought a Super C from me, as opposed to a Class A, she's like, I have 2 big dogs. It's so much easier to get everybody out to go, take bathroom breaks from the middle of the coach as opposed from the back. So definitely a benefit for those of you who are out in the world with big animals. Okay, I think I did not unlatch this the whole way. No, I did. I don't know where I'm hung up. There we go. So again, 6.7 liter ISB Cummins. Nice. This is going to give you 800 foot-pounds of torque, 360 horsepower. Again, 12,000 pound towing capacity, so lots of room. Very easy to access all of your filters and fluids. If you like to work on your own vehicle, of course, this is a great coach to have. Also, you'll note that Freightliner is very good about doing a 3-piece bumper in the front. So this allows you, if you again have a little oopsie and you need to make a repair, as opposed to having to replace the entire bumper, you can just replace one portion of it. All of this nice chrome trim that you see is just decorative and added, of course, by Renegade. They love the C9 product. Really kind of gives the coach a little bit of a more aggressive look. So do the Amish racing wheels, another nice feature. And then again, as promised, so there's always different rules, right? This coach has really got very few restrictions, but you do need to have the key, the power turned off on the engine to be able to deploy your awning. Of course, that probably makes a lot of sense. Not that somebody would do that on purpose, but if you had maybe the phone in your pocket or the kids are playing with it and you're driving down the road, it would really suck to have your awning going out. But I did want to bring this out because it's such a big, nice way to create a living room area. And I mean, honestly, when I was up at Shipshewana visiting the Renegade factory, we had our awning out because it was a little drizzly. We had our fire pit out. We were hanging out, having a few drinks with some friends, just enjoying our time up in Indiana. And you don't need to just have this out for the sun. Of course, it does certainly help that, but it's really nice just to create that living room feel for you when you're outside in your coach. So I think we've covered it all. If we haven't, there's a few videos out there in the world on this 36 SB. This is, again, just like a great size. This coach drives like a dream. It's so easy to maneuver. And then right here was our stock number. This is stock number 5N230302. Again, 5N230302. This coach is available for sale and for delivery. Give me a holler. Let me know how I can get you out on the road and camping. My name is Katie O'Neill, coming to you live from Frederick, Colorado, in a very sunny. My number is 303-562-8659. Again, let me know how I can get you out on the road and camping, and thanks for tuning in.